Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show, and I'm going to do my national championship preview now. I know it's Wednesday, and the game's on Monday, January 19th, but I just want to get my national championship preview out of the way now, because I'm mainly going to be focused on the NFL playoffs, Saturday and Sunday, the divisional round, and also on Thursday and Friday, but I just feel like getting it out of the way now. So let's get to the national championship, Monday, January 19th, in Miami. So, and what a season this has been. The journey began with 136 teams hoping to taste postseason glory. And then we narrowed it down to 12 in the past month. Favorites have fallen like Ohio State and Oregon have fallen. And just two teams who many probably didn't expect before the beginning of the season to be here. I don't think anybody expected Indiana to be this good. And they've just really dominated everybody they've played besides Ohio State. But win's a win. And things to be at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, so basically Miami's kind of felt they're playing a home game here. But it'll be Miami and Indiana, January 30th, January 19th, at 7:30 to determine a champion. A matchup I did not anticipate when the year began. Miami, after they lost 2 to SMU and Louisville, I'm like, yeah, they ain't gonna make the playoffs. But found out those 2 losses were flukes, and they were right putting them in the playoffs. The committee was. So many huge moments have turned on a mystifying scramble or a shoestring tackle occasionally a lot, but what's clear for watching the Hurricanes and the Hoosiers march through this season is these two teams have earned their place in the title game. And this matchup could be, I think, it could be a solid matchup. I won't be surprised if Indiana did blow them out, but I hope they don't. I hope it's a close game. But let's start with Miami, let's start with the TV. It's on ESPN. So Miami, what have we learned through this semifinal here? Carson Beck can carry his team. Few players have endured the level of criticism he's had in the past years for struggles, real and perceived, on the field and off the field. He's managed it himself to his teammates, and despite 2 frustrating midseason failures, he's delivered Miami to the promised land. If there had been any doubts about whether Miami won because in spite of Carson Beck, the QB's been an emphatic answer. He drove the Canes 75 yards on 15 plays, and capping it off with a game-winning rushing touchdown against Ole Miss. He faced 15 third downs in the game, converted 11 of them, completing 7 of 9 and running for 25 yards. The last 2 games, you probably hadn't seen him throwing it enough. But after the Fiesta Bowl win, I think it's what Kellen Marion said, but the run game, that was the game plan. You had to take advantage of what they gave us because they know they can win that game. So that's what we've learned is Carson Beck's been able to win that game in the semifinal. First game, he didn't have to do much, but he made some key third down plays. But it was really it's really been the running game and the defense. But the X factor is going to be the pass rush. In the first 2 games, their defensive front, led by King Messidor and Reuben Bain, dominated, racking up 12 sacks against Ole Miss in the semifinal. Trent had Chambliss in their quick pass game, stunned their aggressive unit. They finished with just 1 sack because how fast they played offensively. In the first drive of the game, Bain and Messidor were largely limited throughout. Chambliss and the Rebels might have offered a blueprint for how to navigate their best weapon. But that the Canes D also flubbed at least 4 chances of interceptions and cost themselves some field positional penalties. So, how can they win? They can be the more fundamentally sound team. To watch the Fiesta Bowl was a study in frustration for Miami fans. The power run game dominated, but too often I felt like they got cute on offense and drives would fizzle out. Beck appeared to have a receiver running over for a score on 2 occasions, only for the throw to be off target. The pass rush that had been dominant was hemmed in by Ole Miss's game plan. Like, the defense was solid, but too many chunk plays. Like Keelan Wesley did a 73-yard touchdown. The DB so effective early in the playoffs, dropped 1 potential interception after another that might have turned a close game into a blowout. Miami missed its 4th field goal, and they had 10 penalties, meeting them in critical moments. They won despite all that. But the game was far more dramatic than it should have been. Like in the title game, Miami's unlikely to have the same luck in overcoming those self-inflicted issues. So the game play execution have to be perfect. Their story of recent history has been far too often the snatching defeat and the jaws of victory. But if they're going to win this game, man, they have to be more fundamentally sound. You can't have these drive-killing penalties. You can't just get too cute when you're running the football really good. Like, you're running the football good. Stop doing these cute plays trying to throw. For Indiana, what have we learned? I mean, they're a juggernaut. We've learned this all year. D'Angelo Pons gets that pick six start the game off. They coast him for a touchdown, setting the tone for the coming onslaught. As they have all season, they've dominated the line of scrimmage on both sides. They rattled Moore, shut down Oregon's running game while jumping to a 35-7 lead. Mendoza has been flawless. He had 177 yards, 5 touchdowns in that game. Through 2 playoff games, he's going to be the number 1 pick. He has more touchdowns than incompletions, 8-5. Since the start of the Rose Bowl, the Hoosiers have totaled 94 points, 770 yards of offense, blasted Crimson Tide and the Ducks by a margin of 69 points. As you could say, that is nice. They delivered an exclamation point in the fourth quarter. The block punt set up yet another Mendoza touchdown. The X Factor of the Hurricanes feature an elite defensive line led by a pair of blue-chip pass rushers. The Indiana's defensive front has also been smothering. Like, their defensive front's been really good. The Buckeyes, Crimson Tide, and Ducks combined to just rush for just 174 yards, only on 2 carry. Their defense has been so good. And their offensive line will also be a key factor as well. They can win if they just keep playing the same way they played all year. The Hurricanes are formidable, especially up front. Baker's been spectacular on those third downs and in key situations. They also had like dynamic playmakers and Mark Fletcher, Malachi Tony. But does Indiana have any weaknesses? I mean, no, they really don't have a weakness. Like, they play perfect, feels like, every game. So that's a little bit of my preview here. So let's get to some more here that I wanted to get to. This final game of the season. Miami fans need to be out in full force because for their first title game appearance since 2003. Show up to the damn game. I think the Hoosiers are 8.5-point favorite in this game, but the case for Miami is commit to the run, dominate the line of scrimmage on defense, and on offense. And like self-scout and break tendencies in the passing game. Case for Indiana is tackling in space, which they've done really good all year. Try and heat up Carson Beck. Try and have some pressure. Like, their offensive line's been amongst the best in the nation. When he has time, Beck's been accurate, but especially in the short and intermediate passing game. But put some pressure on him. But that's a few more things I want to mention there for my preview. Not to make this too long of a preview. I'm going to give my prediction here. I'm going to say Indiana wins. I'm not going to give a final score or anything because I kind of give up when we try to predict final scores. I'm just going to give my prediction. I don't know if it's going to be a blowout or not. I will not be surprised if it is, but I am hoping it's a close game because it's a national championship. Last game of the season. I want a close game, damn it. But yeah, I'm going to pick Indiana here. I think Miami's great run will end. They'll come up short. It's just going to be so hard to beat Indiana. Like, their offense has been great all year. I can see this being a close game, but Miami's going to have to be damn near perfect. I just think it's going to be too hard. Pause. But yeah, that's all to say for this video, so leave a like, comment, subscribe for more. Peace.